Chat, world, skaters, humans, people. This is Grinding Unwind. And yo, chat, people. Yo, if you guys are really tapped in, Black History Month has already been crazy. We've had a lot of great guests. But when I tell you a legend is about to come onto this screen, bro, like, I know that word gets thrown around a lot, and I throw it around a lot because of how I view people, but it's almost like unanimous through skateboarding how many people can agree with identifying this man, this skateboarder, as a legend. It ain't nothing new. Without further ado, he's the switch hard flip earner, Mr. Brandon Turner. Let's go.
Yo,
What is poppin', B? How you doing?
How you doing, Gary? Thanks for having me.
Man,
Appreciate y'all.
I'm glad you're here, legend. I'm glad to sit in your presence and communicate, brother. So happy.
I'm glad we here, man. You know?
Yeah.
I need to see that Crocs video. I heard a Crocs video. I heard that. What do you mean? What do I check it out?
You just see? Oh, my team put it on my Instagram, man. They put it up for me. I was wilding out. Pair of Crocs I got. Some real skateboarders work over at Crocs, so they hooked it up. I'm not gonna disclose their names because I don't want everybody, you know what I'm saying, scamming on my squirrel. I'll tell you in the background, but they hooked me up with a couple of pairs of them because I already wear them already. So you feel me?
Oh,
I just made like a little skate edit in some new shoes that they had coming out. But
okay, bro, I gotta check it out.
How's everything with you, brother?
Oh, everything's good, man. You know, skateboarding, running businesses, traveling. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just it's just been right. The weather's been crazy all around the world, so you know, dodging.
Yeah, it's hard to catch a break with this weather, man. Has it been raining down in SD?
Yeah, I'm from San Diego, so it don't rain. So it's been raining. It's crazy. I'm not used to. I try to. Where am I gonna fly away to when this is the place? You feel me?
Exactly. This is where they most escape to the rain, like from the rain to go there to really enjoy life.
There was a tornado for the first time in history in San Diego. Well, at least since I lived here.
What do you mean? Like a real one? Like a real standard tornado? Like had a cow in it, or like it just popped up on the ground? It was near the beach. Like what tornado are we talking about?
I don't know. It was next to a freeway, and something was spinning, and that's all I need to know. It was spinning, and it was picking up things, and you know the streets was flooded, and it was taking away cars and sharing.
Oh, like a real NATO. Okay, we talking Twisted the movie. Yo, so like you said, you grew up, or you say you from San Diego, but now it's like this is what we do on the show is we try to get these kids knowledge about the people that they're talking about, you know, because a lot of our stories aren't told in many places. So where does life begin for Brandon Turner?
I was born in San Diego, and I was raised in Japan, in Yokosuka, Japan.
Japan?
Yeah.
What Japan? What took you over there?
My dad was in the military.
What?
After the Gulf War, we moved to Japan, and I grew up in Yokosuka, Japan. When I moved over there when I was 6.
Don't say the Gulf War. It just makes it seem so long ago. No, I'm just playing. It's all good.
Yeah,
that's actually insane,
a long time ago.
Bro. That's insane. So
yeah.
So the Gulf War takes you over to Japan, and you said what part of Japan?
Yokosuka.
And how far is that?
Japan.
How far is that like relation to Tokyo? Because I've never been to Japan yet, man. I haven't got the blessing to go over there and see it. If you had to like correlate how far it is from anything or what that area was like, what was that like?
It's equivalent to like Tokyo being LA and Yokosuka being San Diego.
Okay, so it's like literally 2 hours out drive.
Not with the bullet train.
Oh yeah, that is over there. There's that train that goes like what 200 miles an hour.
30 minutes. But it's a 2-hour drive.
What, bro? 30-minute train. Have you ever went on the bullet train?
Yeah, I've been on the bullet. It's just crazy. You're there.
How does it feel?
You might as well take a flight.
How does it feel?
It feels fine, but when you're outside, what's crazy is when you're outside the bullet train and you see it go by. That's different.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have like security.
Just to watch it, just to get the experience of being too close to it and seeing it go by. You need to be like, there needs to be like a heavy level of armed dudes like, don't go near this. Because that thing is going like, I think, what,
Exactly.
200, 300. It goes half the speed of a plane, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It's crazy. I'm just
Wow.
like nobody's watching us. You know, somebody could be having a bad day. I don't know.
Exactly. So how long did you spend the early life in Japan?
6 years.
Okay.
6 years.
6 long.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
cool.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's my city right there.
oh, that's you over there? Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at him. That's his city, he said.
Yeah.
6 long years in your
Yeah.
coast of Japan, man. Getting it in. Look at it. Switch hard for what? Water. Stop playing with him. So you do you find skateboarding like how old are you when you start skateboarding?
When I first hopped on a board, it was this surfer used to skate by my parents' house every day, and I used to just go out there hearing the sound of the skateboard. And one day he put me on it, and after that it was a wrap, you know.
Done deal.
So yeah, so I it was always like there, and then I got a He-Man board. My uncle got me a He-Man board with the tail scraper.
Yep.
So we was on, and I didn't know what WD-40 was then. It wasn't rolling, but we was making it roll. Uh, You know what I mean? And we was
Exactly.
scraping.
Exactly.
We was scraping.
We were scraping and rolling early. So do you remember that surfer's
Yeah,
name? It was just like a random guy that like so
yeah.
happened to just be
Oh. He put me on a board. I know his first and last name, Manny Onaya,
wow.
Hawaiian dude, Manny Onaya.
Put you on.
Yeah,
And
yeah. It was over with.
what age was that?
First time he put me on, board, I was 2 years old in a diaper.
Wait, you've been skating since you were 2?
That's the first time I hopped on a board barefooted.
See, you know what? There's just like legendary moments. You've been skating since you was 2, son? Hold
Yeah.
on. Where my sound effects at? Where my sound effects at? Hold on. God damn. Where my
Oh shit.
Oh, that's not the
Here we
right
go
one.
again.
I put oh shit, here we go again. That's not the right one. But yo, okay. So oh wait, now here they got my edit. Look, if you look over here, they about to play my
Over
edit.
there.
It's my croc
Let me
edit.
see.
It's supposed to
Yeah.
start, but I don't think it's going. It's we having little technicals, but this is it.
There's a gap to bench.
Yeah, there it is.
That's
You see, look, you see the spot. You see the spot.
yeah.
Look at the spot.
Yeah.
That's over at that single rock, little private John that we got. It didn't play, but it's all good. Um, oh, what's up from Malaysia, man? Shout out to people in Malaysia. Somebody in chat from Malaysia. Tick the West asks,
Later.
does Brandon speak Japanese?
Yes, I speak Japanese, and it's the longer when I go there, it's the fluidity is like back and forth because you longer you're away, then you lose it, and
Yeah.
everything. So,
So
but yeah, I still speak Japanese.
have you gotten to a pocket of just like kind of understanding it more so than speaking
No,
it?
yeah, for sure. I can understand it for sure. It's just get like I have to be there for a few weeks, like to like really get flowing again because it's just backwards.
Yeah.
That's as simple. It's backwards from the way we talk, and some words just don't exist. So
Yeah.
it's hard.
That's what I'm saying, bro. See, that's dope. So at 2, you get rolling. What time do you start to take skateboarding seriously, like on your own? Like when do you partake? I know you say your uncle gave you the He-Man board, and it was like a wrap, but it's like when did you get like that board to when it was like I identify as a skater now, and how old was that?
It's like, I played sports. I went over to Japan. I was in LAX. I had a brand new Miracle Magnum board, brand new setup. I was ready to go. That shit got stolen at LAX.
Damn.
Broke my heart. Cried the whole way to Japan. But anyways, got there, played sports, basketball, football, soccer, all that shit, and then it was just there. I was like, yo, I need a board. Like I'm not trying to be told what to do by coaches. I need a
Yeah.
board, and unfortunately, I was walking home from soccer practice and somebody left a board out in front of their house, ironically. And I don't know why they would do that, but I was just like, I just felt like I needed that board more than they did because they left it outside and I didn't have one. And
Allegedly, all this is
yeah,
alleged.
yeah, and there was no internet. And so if you want
No
to talk about a long time ago,
CCTV, no CCTV, no nothing.
There was no internet to order a board. Is what I'm saying. You
Oh
feel
my
me?
God, Brandon.
To order a board. So there was nothing. There was a board there. It was divine. I grabbed it. So back to your question about I quit all sports and I was just like bam, and then that's when you know I met my brother Tominari Hongo in Japan. He mentored me, taught me Japanese, taught me how to speak Japanese, uh, taught me, the ways, introduced me to the people, the legends in Japan, like
Yeah,
Wild Boys, like Skate Shop and Ume and Kame-chan, and just all these like people who like really set the foundation for Japan. I used to skate with, and then it was a wrap. And he taught me how to kickflip. You
that's
know,
insane. Now, when you say the name
yeah,
Hongo, I remember we were backstage. You were mentioning that's the father of the Hongo brothers, the two kids that are skating now. That's their
yeah.
father.
Th- Yes, those are my nephews.
So that is insane. But now this is like way back for Japan skateboarding. So this is like you said, almost like the origins of this Japan skate scene. Like
Yeah.
that. Do you remember how that skating was back then? Like what they were on, or what was their local park or spot?
We skated at like Umakaze, the park that was there. That was always there. And we skated this other place called Chuo Park that was like curbs, and then they just had cones like this. You feel me?
Okay.
They just
Yeah.
had cones like this. That and this Ume from Japan, like who lived in Japan, was the illest. He had like major sponsors before anybody. He was dripped in like who was he sponsored by? I think he was sponsored by like Puma, like Puma or something. I don't know. He had a major sponsor back then because
Yeah.
he was the hardest skateboarder I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
I skated with them every day for years, and this is what's so crazy. Everyone's like, "Oh, Japan, everyone's killing it and everything," and like, "Oh, these Japanese skaters." But I've always known this
Yeah.
because let me tell you something. Ume, the whole I think five years I've skated with him, I've probably seen him miss like three tricks
What?
the whole time. Yeah. And this is real life. Every time I'd skate and the way he'd skate over the two cones, switch tray, switch tray, switch tray, switch tray, fakey tray, fakey tray, fakey tray, fakey tray, switch heel, switch heel. All day like that, all day long. Sit down, eat some. I've seen dude miss like three tricks the whole time I've ever skated with him. So I've always known,
Oh, so we talking like a way, way, way upper echelons level of just complete control, board control, and consistency.
Absolutely, I've seen
Wow.
it. And so Ume was a champion in Japan. Like he stopped skating and he never lost a contest or messed up on a trick in a contest
Wow.
in his professional career.
Well, and then
So and
those
people
level of
people don't even
contests.
know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, where is all this at? Because we're, is he skating with his peers? He's only over in Japan. Like, it's not many people. Like, because did he ever really
No,
pop out? Is there like footage of him anywhere? Really?
no, yeah, he was the main skater in Yokosuka, but yeah, he was the biggest at one point. Him and Shinokata, and he started rapping or something, and that's
Yeah.
it. But his career, that's him right there. Lume sitting down on the right, in the bottom right. But that's like a
Wow.
real legend to me because he ain't never lost a contest.
That's hard, bro. That's where that comes from. Then that's got to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
where that's coming
So
from.
yeah,
So this you get this board. Allegedly, it's left on the front lawn. That's neither here nor there. You start
yep.
skating, you get this crew of guys, you start developing. You say this is only like a 6-year time span, so I'm saying pretty soon after you start skating, you move back to the States, right?
Yeah, so skate over there and then like I moved back like 12, 13.
Yeah. And then now you're 13 and a couple years go by and you're starting to get noticed, correct? Like you're starting to get good at skateboarding, not fast, but like pretty quickly. Like you get the grasp of skateboarding, right? And now people want to put you on these things.
Yeah, yeah.
What was that first sponsor that you got?
First sponsor I got was Boys Skateboards because I got back to Dago and I hooked up with Peter Smolik. I just pulled up to his front doorstep and was just like, would you skate with me?" Because I knew he was the hardest. He was the person in Dago who lived in my neighborhood
Yeah.
who was like the best. So I just pulled up to his doorstep and then started skating with him. Kent Russell started Boys Skateboards, and then I got on with them.
Wow. And what age is that?
I was 13.
And what year is that?
What was that? Like 94,
Okay.
90, 94?
So this
Yeah.
is your first sponsor. Did you so how that worked in that time, because not everybody had the video part. Some things were like word of mouth, local dudes, good hookups, you know what I'm saying? And then a couple
Yeah.
years later you really start filming, and then you get around this whole other group of guys. And I think around 96, 97 you start.
Oh, so yeah. So what happened with that is like I was on Voice, and then I would see at Pacific Drive, I would see Chad Muska, Rob Digg, Sean Sheffy, like all these like John Drake, Danny Way, Colin McKay, just seeing all of these like crazy like legends to me at the skate shop. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I was just like putting in work, and I would see Chad, and Chad was, people don't know this, like Chad was like, yo, he was something else. He was a real one, because this is when Chad was like getting off Toy Machine. He was supposed to release this crazy part, and
Yeah.
he like stopped, and then like you just see like, oh, it's crazy, like, oh, who's getting paid. I started Shorty Skateboards, and they're paying him like 5,000 a month, and
Yeah.
it's never been heard from before. And
Yeah.
Muska would be like, I remember girls would like come up to Muska in front of Pacific Drive, and they'd be like, "What's up, dude? Where we going tonight?" He'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna go here," and yeah, 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 we're gonna go here, And he'd have his shirt off, yeah, 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 yeah. We here, and they'd be like, "Where you stay at?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, on the beach," and they'd be like, oh, "Okay, yeah, but where at?" He's like, On the beach."
Like outside. Like outside. Like the beach.
Yeah,
I got all this
yeah,
bread. I'm
like,
saving it. I'm sleeping in nature. I don't care about, you feel me? I'm
yeah,
Chad Muska. I got the money. I
yeah,
stay in the sand, on the water, at the
yeah,
beach.
yeah,
So now Shorty's
yeah.
puts you on this company, this legendary thing that has even lived to today. Like it's like sick heights of like the graphics and the team and those videos. You come out, and this is like kind of taking the industry by storm. You're this young kid that, you've heard, there's been like little voices about you, but now you're part of this big lobby of all these dudes getting mega attention. And you come out
Yeah.
swinging like you're not playing with a soul. You're like, yo, this is my staple. This is my time. Can you like get back into like that mindset of like making sure that you left an imprint on the industry?
Oh, it was just like, for one, it's just like skateboarding was just like different. Like then, like there was no games. Like, yo, like I got my board focus. Like I got left on the side of the road. You know what I mean? I got beat up. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like Peter Smolik was like my mentor. Like he was straight up like, be like, you want to skate with me? Like you better stop rolling them kickflips on the ground and put some pop to that shit.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Getting
He'd be
at you.
like, yo, yeah, yeah. I'd be like, yo, I do. First time I trade flip down a six there, he'd be like, oh, whatever. I remember I switched trade down a six there, like when I was 14 or whatever, and he's like, yo, we ain't leaving here until you do five in a row.
Wait,
You know?
what?
Yeah. Yeah. He made me do five in a row before we left, or he said, like, I'm off the team, and uh he's gonna focus my board and leave me there. And that's the type of shit he was on,
And
you know?
do you think he just did that so it was like What did you just wanted to see how hard you were willing to work for it, or get your level of consistency up? Was he trying to prepare you for the demos? You think like he was like, you know what? If you have all these tricks consistent like this, we could take you anywhere. Because it's
No, he was dead ass serious.
just a hard
Like,
ass, just like,
nigga,
hey.
nigga, I wish you won't land this so I don't have to hang out with you no more. You know?
You already pulled up to the front door. He was like, this kid already done pulled up on me. He's undeniably beast. He's got a good ass style. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, I need to get rid of him. And if he don't work for this friendship, it's over. Basically, is what's happening to you.
Hey, yeah, people got it easy that I had to wait hours outside on the curb for this nigga to go skate.
Damn.
Straight up. And he come out all fresh, like, you still here? You know?
And that, you know, that's that drive, man, to get those opportunities to be with those dudes that are killing it. It's always like, you know, you wanted to be around the best so you could be the best. That was like your thing.
Yeah.
When did you learn how to switch hard flip?
Shit, I learned how to switch. Me and Peter started doing switch hard flips when I see Kareem Campbell do it over the table trilogy.
Wow.
And then that's why I was just like, yo, that's like the slickest shit I ever seen in my life. And he just like he landed that shit like he had somewhere to go besides doing that trick. You feel me?
There was a destination behind the trick. Like, let me get this so I can get up out of here, because I got stuff going on for real.
Yeah, like he was checking his pager and shit when he was skating. Like Kareem Campbell was just like the one. You feel me?
Just hard.
Like he was
just hard.
Yeah.
Just clean. Just a clean dude.
Yeah.
I get it. So Shortys happens. This is like a good time for you, a good time period. You're around all these dudes. They're kind of accepting you. They see that you mean business. Skateboarding's not something you just doing for the clout or for the attention. You're good at it. This is the life you want. Can you kind of get into what life was after feeling established a part of that group of people?
It was way different because like we started out with Boys Joe, like hopping in the van just with like you know, a couple hundred boards, and we stopped at the shops, you know, and had to like sell the boards and like put and do all that. When I made the transition to Shortys, it was hard because I didn't want to leave Ken and Peter, like my people, but it was Chad Muska. And I was like, this has gotta like we gotta go. Like this is the hot, you know? And when I got that box, though, like when I got the box, like it was just like the craziest box I ever seen in my life because it was like Shortys. I had like 20 boards, like
wow,
boxes of hardware. I had mad gear, grip tape, like backpacks with skate shit. Like you know, it was crazy.
Different.
Like I got a box. Yeah, I got a box that looked like a coffin. Yo, she was crazy.
20,
my parents were like, "What?
20 board box, like the real way, like really on." And then just all this product and living out this dream and you know, I see this is like what makes me wish as I was a part of certain time periods. It's like skateboarding is getting this love in that late 90s, early 2000s. Like it's getting a love. Tony just landed the 9. The streets are taking off. Yeah, right. Just dropped. Like it's really it. You know what I'm saying? Chad is this superstar throughout the game. He with Paris Hilton. He doing this, that, and the third. You over there getting it in, doing your things. Like it's undeniable, right? And like you said, you get to move with this level of confidence through life. Like, yo, bro, I'm really here. Like this is set in stone. You know, what was like what was the hardest part of maintaining that like drive to keep going with all that success? Like what was like the challenges of being like, man, like what is left? Like one of the top companies right now, coolest dudes. I'm good at this. What kept you motivated during that time period?
Shit, just what kept me motivated was like always when shit would happen, like I mean, life is life. You feel me? No matter
Yeah.
how good you know life is, like shit happens. You feel me? But what kept me motivated was just the love for skateboarding and always bringing it back to that first time I like hopped on the board when I was like a baby, and that feeling of him putting me on that board and that freeness. No matter what happens, like I tell people, like you got your board, like no matter what's happened, you taking that board somewhere, you always got a friend.
Yeah.
And the realness, like skateboarding weeds out the quitters. You know what I
It
mean?
does.
And
It does. It's
and it's just like it's the staple of like everything, fashion, music. Like, I mean, in my opinion, to life, like the best life lessons, it teaches you failure over and over and over again. You got the
yeah.
realest motherfuckers with you, literally, like you fall on the ground and bust your head, you trusting them to take you to the hospital. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
no matter what happens, just like for me personally, is like people are like, oh, talk about retirement and shit and all that. Like that's cool. I got respect for that shit, but as long as I'm walking, I'm skating. Like if it's a career or
Yeah.
not, like this is who I am. This is shit. This is who I am. Like
Yeah.
it's
Since
not.
two. Since the beginning. Like since the
Yeah,
days you could
yeah,
walk.
yeah,
Wow. Man.
yeah. So when it gets, as long as like I just keep skating and go with the times. I've seen so many different waves like in this industry. You feel me? And it's just like with it, whatever it is, especially nowadays, like a lot of shit, crazy shit going on. But I've seen people go, whatever person. I feel like I've seen it all.
Yeah.
But I don't. I'm just all I can do is just keep it real to for what it is, and that skateboarding is the one of the most realest shit on this planet, and it's the hardest
Yes.
thing to do on the
Yes.
fucking planet
Yes.
against all sports. And I said it,
Yeah.
nigga.
yes. 100%. It is. And I wholeheartedly agree. It's something I was talking to Tony Hawk about. I was like, I feel like we don't fit in the athlete category. I feel like we fit in something beyond whatever an athlete is. Like, I feel like whatever we put our body through and these heavy levels of repetition and to be good at this thing is something that has surpassed whatever the professional is. This is of another type of being. I think we are. I think we need a new category for ourselves because, like you said, all this does is really teach us failure. 100%. Like, I'm not afraid to fail at anything
Exactly.
because I literally have been trying to practice something for the last 15, almost 20 years just to get one thing for 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe
Yeah.
even a split second of my time, to when you get the success. It's like, but I spent 2 hours trying the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, but I live for that.
Exactly.
I live for that. Like a hooper, they're not gonna sit there and miss 2 hours worth of shots ever. It's just not gonna happen. Like it's just
Yeah.
not.
Exactly.
You feel me? So, like and I also when we started this show, it's all about like positivity and trying to like shed light. But you're somebody that's been through like a lot of real moments, and the things that you do
Mhm.
now for a living is to kind of focus on people that are dealing with tough challenges. Do you want to get into any of the challenges during those days of the things that you were going through with all the success that was brought to you at an early age? And do you feel like being on the top of the world at 16, 17 years old had a lot to do with things that became harder for you in life?
Yeah, yeah. I might just say this to anyone who's on top or who's at bottom. The only thing that's guaranteed in life for sure that you can count on is change.
Mm,
And nobody will ever be on top forever. And it's just like it's different people's times for different things, and that's why it's important to just remember why we do this. And some people might do it for, I'm not going to say the right or wrong reasons, but I'm just saying the real ones know like this is a community. Skateboarding is, we all are in love with the same thing.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And we're here to support all of each other. But I did have my challenges. Of course, I went through my ego stages, my embarrassing moments. I probably said shit to people I shouldn't have said, and all the
yeah,
shit, while wilding out and struggling with like, alcohol and drugs because I was wilding out too hard,
yeah,
and that's the whole reason why, like, I was, I and a lot of people too who don't. who don't make it or who make it and like lose their sponsors, and then they feel lost because their identity is like attached to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're hot, whatever. You got some deal with some big companies and stuff, and you lose all your sponsors, and then all of a sudden you feel like you're not that person you were anymore or whatever. And people really struggle with that. And I'm sure you know a lot of people who just quit skating
Yeah.
and just like it's real sad. But like with me, I always stayed true to the game no matter what. If I lost sponsors or whatever, I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I didn't start skating for money. It's great, whatever, but you know what I mean? There's like that's what like our perseverance is undeniable. After
Yeah.
skateboarding, everything is easy.
It feels like it, right? It feels like picking up a new thing or learning something else feels like, oh, okay, this doesn't hurt. This is
Yeah.
I just have to focus a little
Yeah.
harder. Like I could put a little and I could do this thing. And that's not to belittle the other things in life. It's just kind of true. Like
Mhm.
I picked up darts a month ago. We got a dartboard in the skate
Yeah.
line studio and I'm throwing bullseyes. Like
Yeah.
it just
Exactly.
it's just like it's like weird how these other things kind of just come naturally in a sense.
Yeah.
And I think there's a beauty in that. It's like, but you say, you know, you went through these challenges and you went through these struggles, and you know you're very open and honest about them because you have a, I believe a recovery center in San Diego. Do you want to get into
Yeah.
that? And
Yeah. I own a mental health and substance abuse facility, and the reason why I did this is because like I've been locked up, I've been in prison, I've been in the streets, you know, I've pushed weight like a lot of my life. I used to use my endorsement bread to, my homies in the street and flip bread and get money. Like I've always like I'm really in the streets in all ways, not just a
allegedly,
skateboarder.
allegedly,
Allegedly. Well, allegedly. But
but
but anyways, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, I got my story and like I've had my struggles and I've been in the system. I've been locked up, I've been in prison. And the thing of it is like when I really needed help, being a skateboarder, I didn't never feel like I could relate to anybody
mm-hmm.
because
Yeah,
skateboarders are so real and we don't trust people. We don't like authority. I'm not gonna listen to someone on the other side of the desk who hasn't been through what I've been through
yeah,
or look how
bro.
I look or
So
whatever.
hard, so hard. It's super
You know
hard to
what I
take
mean?
that in.
So
Yeah,
so I'm like, you know what? Instead of like being in the ego, like when stuff like happens, life happens, you lose sponsors or whatever, and you get into this mindset. A lot of people get in this mindset like skateboard owes you something. Like, and the thing of it is, let me be the first one, and or not, maybe not the first one to tell you, like skateboarding doesn't owe you anything. It's giving you everything to who you are in your
exactly.
community. So when
Facts.
I thought about that, I was like, yo, when I got like help and I stepped up my game and I was actually able to look at some of the issues I had,
Yeah,
I'm like, you know what? What skateboarding has given me so much. What could I give back to skateboarding? You
yeah,
know? So I was just like, the mental health, substance abuse issue. I know skaters like, struggle with that. And it's hard for us to get help because our community is so like real. So I was like, I'm gonna open up a facility with a skate program, art, music program,
yeah.
you know, everything that we like to do. So if somebody is struggling or want help, they know me, they know my story, they can come someplace to where they can like
They
be
can,
around some real ones.
yeah.
You feel me?
They can look at you and attest and know like you've lived it. This is like a real
Yeah.
this is like a real thing and a real level of connection. That's like my problem with therapy and a therapist is
Yeah.
it feels like this heavy level of like disconnect of like, bro, like you have no idea what I've gone through. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Yeah.
or you haven't lived a thing. You know what I'm saying? You haven't lived certain scenarios to give me these answers, even though you're really good at dealing with a broad, like this broad spectrum of problems. I feel like you can't talk to me like how you can't relate to
Yeah.
me, you know? And having that disconnect with a therapist is something that like boggles my mind, you know? Like, so I'm like, damn, I don't know how y'all be going to therapy and talking to these people. But
Well, check it out. So, anyways, Westside Recovery is born. That's the name of my facility. Westside Recovery SD like San Diego.com. But Gary, let me ask you some. Like my team and my therapist and everything, like I got a full clinical therapist, doctors and everything. But if you're sitting across from the therapist right now, like one of my therapists, and this is what's so cool, and you're like, yeah, you're like, yeah, I'll talk to you, but I ain't gonna really give you, I ain't opening up to you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But what if you said like this? You'd be like, hey, yo, I know how you feel, but I can kickflip.
Yeah.
You'd you'd be like,
You're like, all right, hold
you'd be
on.
like, yo,
You're like, hold on, look, you just start crying. You be like, look, I've been dealing with so much shit in my life. I've been dealing with so much shit. You just start opening up. As soon as he say he can land bolts on a kickflip, you just like, all right, cool, never mind. Whatever wall I built, let me unglue it. I got you. Let me talk to you real quick. And you know what? I think like see that's something like you built is that does feel good for any skateboarder because a lot of skateboarders are these token special kids from the beginning, and then they grow up getting all this money. They don't have to really finish school. There's not a lot of direction. It is the anarchy push through life. It is the anti rule push through life. And I think you starting something like this for a community that just has like a league of champions of like just inexperienced humans, bro. Like that's what a lot of us are.
Yeah.
Unless you live a lot of like there's a lot of skateboarders that actually haven't got to live real life, you know? So they live in this like kind of fairy tale. So the parties are all they know and the fun is all they know. The heights are all they know. The crash is wild. It's really real. I know that I've heard your story of your real crazy moment of trying to get away from, I don't really want to try to get into that because I know you told that story 100,000 times, and I want things to be like a light and focus on the fact that you got recovery centers and good things. I don't need clickbait. I don't need, but I know you went through a really turning moment when you had that fall and hurt your legs. You lost your ability. Like your legs had carried you through life, and having that injury was like, whoa, damn, my legs, bro. Like, hell nah, so
Hey, I know, yeah, exactly. I appreciate you saying that because that wasn't even the main thing that happened. A year later from that, I got ran over by a car in front of my going pro party and got put in a coma and died. That happened. That's what changed. Like I got metal in my whole leg. My skull was cracked. Like everything. Like it was like a wrap. So there's like that's like my story of like kind of what made me like you know kind of start looking at like things different, but it's just like setbacks. You learn from failure and you learn from the setbacks. Like nothing, like everything happens for a reason, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I respect it. you know you've had these moments, like now let's kind of like go back to the highlighting of like the tricks you've done. How great is it to know that when you see like a best of YouTube trick thing of Carlsbad or this set, you see all these years later, you see yourself. How good does it feel to know that like even newer generations are getting what Brandon Turner has left for skateboarding?
I'm super honored and just like I'm hyped that I'm able to be able to skate at the level I'm at, and I'm really grateful to like like guys like Peter Smolik and Dave Schlossbach. If you don't know who he was, he's the one who filmed like the Plan B videos, and Danny Way and Colin, like he's the pioneer of filmers. Let me just put it this way. I could say names all I want, but he invented the handle for filming and the hand for tricks. So
Like
that was my
to put it in front when you're done, like to mark it.
yes. He
Wow.
he invented that.
Wow.
So if it wasn't for guys like him and Peter Smolik, like it's because of them that I'm just hyped that I'm able to like still be skating and doing what I love and always and you know like as long as you just if you can keep skating, just get on your board. Like you don't have to be able to do the tricks you used to be able to do. Just like get on your board, yo, and like I always tell like my clients and stuff, movement is medicine. As long as you're moving, there's motion.
Yeah.
It's like it's science. There's
Yep.
cause and effect. You never know who you might meet or what might happen. And the skateboard is like the best way, you know?
Yeah.
You
What's
got sound, you got air, and you got water.
period? That's it. What is some of the greatest places your skateboard has taken you?
Man, all over the world, like the the EU aftermath tour and the UK, and it was really dope to be able to go back to Japan after I wanted to be like the first Japanese American professional skater, and like that like happened. And
Yeah.
then when coming back to Japan, it was like a big. We did a Shortys like big like demo and celebration there, and just seeing my Japanese family. And this is before like Shintaro them were even born. You know,
Wow. Yeah.
it's like to go there and like celebrate, like that was like huge for me to go back like with an accomplishment and see the people that I looked up to and get their approval. You know,
If you have,
so
if you see, and that's like a beautiful moment. I like that you got to experience that, especially like in your, your foundation land too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessarily home.
mhm,
It's like where your foundation was built. It's where the skateboard was introduced to you for real, for real. It's like that.
yeah.
That's like a nice piece to have. But if you had to tell a funny, crazy story about anything that happened on Shorties, what is that story?
what what could I start?
Yeah, just
Where
something,
could I start?
whatever you have. The
Where could I
craziest
start?
thing that happened in those days, man, of the like literally the Hollywood of skateboarding for real. Like funniest good story that it's rare too. Not a lot of people have heard it. We want that. What you got?
Okay. There's a couple. I'm gonna tell two. One real quick,
Go ahead.
just to emphasize how crazy Peter Smoke is, and a lot of people can act like, but people don't really know Peter Smolik is insane, and he's one of the most originator people in the world. But anyways, we get to Japan, and I don't remember exactly where we're going, but we hop on a private jet, and it's just
What?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We get to Japan, and then we get on a PJ, and then we're getting on there, and we're just like, we don't even know what's going on, and we get in there, and it's just me and him, and it's just like a living room and like a big bar on a plane. So it's like,
What?
and I'm just like, immediately we just look at each other, and oh, then you're going over the couch, so we start wrestling, you know. We just start wrestling like like just so hype, you know what I mean? Pouring bottles up, da da da, whatever. He hops in a robe, I hop in a robe, you know. We just like standing up in the plane. I wasn't even a jet, it was a plane, like it was a private plane. We were just like running around there, drinks. We're just like, what's going on? Like, how did
What,
we didn't
bro?
know? We didn't know. You know, it was just me and him. And I go to the bathroom, and we're up in the air, and I just hear this like, do, 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 do. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I'm just like taking a piss in there, and I'm just in my robe and my Versace's on, like, you know, just like, yeah, I'm in Japan, you know. Go out, and he's just standing up, booting, kicking the window in the plane. And I'm just like, I run over to him and like sock him, like, and tackle him. I'm just like, what the fuck you doing? He's like, it don't matter, sucker. If we die together. And I'm like, oh yeah, I
Not
can't
like
fuck
this.
with
Not like this.
yeah,
As fancy as
yeah,
this death is, as nice as a
yeah,
private plane in Japan's death might be, that's not how I want to go, Peter. Relax. So he was trying to kick the door so the air could just take y'all out.
yeah. He was
Oh,
kicking it
hell no.
with a drink in his hand, robes and Timberlands on. You know?
Not the Tims. Not
Yeah,
the
with
Tims.
glasses and
That's
his hair up in a little bun. Like that was the scene.
oh
You feel
my
me?
God. He had on the butters, bro. Kicking out a window.
Yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
another thing is like we go up to Muska's house in L.A. and
This is what
we're
he.
just
This
like
is the
hung
Hollywood.
up.
This is the famous Hollywood crib that he had.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Hollywood crib, and then we're up in there, and there's some girls and stuff in there, whatever. I'm like, whatever. We're just like at Muska's drinking the cognac. We got the Hennessy. We're rolling up, you know.
Yeah.
We're just chilling. Muska got some girls over there, and Peter's over there just being Peter, like he don't care. He's just like, oh yeah, you stupid ass bitch, whatever, you know.
Wait. Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good. I asked for it. You good. I
Yeah,
asked for it. You all
yeah.
good. Go ahead. So he's
Yeah,
doing.
and just like, oh yeah. He's like, spot up in the bourbon. She's like, what? Yeah. Facing the bourbon. Yeah. You know, you can't understand him, but I know what he's saying. But
Yeah.
he's like, oh yeah, you know, da da da. Then like I'm there and I'm like, oh yeah, good to meet y'all, whatever. And we're just chilling. And Muska like takes him over there, like, yo, Peter, like we're about to, you know, we're about to go. He's like, yo, Peter, let me like holler at you real quick. And he takes him upstairs and he's like whispering to Peter, telling him some shit. And all I hear out loud is like, I don't give a fuck about Spider-Man's bitch.
Okay. So this is
Yeah.
so this is the early 2000s. So I'm only gonna guess this is either Tobey Maguire's woman and or
Yeah.
oh
It
god.
was a girl who was in Spider-Man.
Y'all, he disrespected Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
Y'all at Chad Muska house disrespecting, bring it on Kirsten Dunst, Mary Jane Watson.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
my
anyways,
god, Peter Smolik is hell.
yeah. So that's just an example of how he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But just an honest person. It's like, you know, you wish you have those type of people in their life to where they're always going to be themselves, you know? And I think
Yeah.
that's like, you don't really get that. It's like a very rare piece of life, you know? I think that's awesome. Um, out of
Yeah.
every
He's a
trick,
rarity.
yeah, out of every trick that you've done in your history, what is the one of the day you can remember the most and your favorite moment after you landed it?
I would have to say like recently was like definitely switch hard flip down Carlsbad and um switch hard flip down Wallenberg because I
Yeah.
waited so long to go and do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Like
So
what do you mean? Like what was like you had to wait too long to do? Like you had to wait so long to be able to switch hard flip? Well,
yeah. Well, because after Carlsbad, I've been wanting to do like I was supposed to go do Wallenberg afterwards, and like I just never happened, and it was just like 20 years later. You know what I mean? Like
because everything that like happened and transpired, look, that is so pixelated. They don't even got
yeah.
you. They don't even got you right. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get you right. 1 second. But yeah, so you go and you say like it takes 20 years. They're 20 years apart. These moments, 20 plus
Yeah,
years apart,
yeah,
are these two
yeah.
moments, and those are like your favorite ones because you can remember the wake up. You can remember who was there, who was filming. This is just like these crazy days for you. You know, like hold on, I think. Oh yeah, we got it. We found it. Wow, bro. That the fit, the hair, the everything, man, is like it's a whole moment. That switch hard flip is the whole moment. Do when you learned it, do you have like do you put your foot in the pocket? How do you get your rotate? Because you still pop yours. It's not pressure. There's still a pop to yours. What is the method to yours? Because I know it's not. It's almost like your toe hangs off. What's the method to your switch hard flip?
I like my back foot's kind of like in the middle, so it's not like it's not in that pocket, and then my front foot is like more like toe pointed towards like the pocket of the nose, and it's
Okay.
like really like rested. It's really like not, and the reason why it like looks like how it looks is because it's just like I'm real light on the flick out, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, because it goes up in this way to where like most guys, like I've seen them like the nollie hard flips and stuff like that. It's almost like it looks like but you can hear your snap and how high up it goes. Just like right here when you're putting it onto clipper, you know what I'm saying? You got to switch hard flip 50 or 5 on clipper.
No, I was trying.
You're trying to get
I was trying 50, but I purposely just did a roll on just
and
to do it
landed it.
because the homie. Yeah, because the homie already did it anyway. So I'm like, I just want to roll, like just do roll on, you know.
Wait, who switched hard flip 50 clipper?
I think the homeboy Edison, right? Or he did like 5-0, right?
Nyjah did hard flip 5-0, and then this clip of you in Japan, that was so beast. I heard you barge this contest that was going on. I was like that the Red Bull World of Skate thing that they were having, and you were like, nah, I'm outside.
Yeah.
I'm in my
everybody. It was
like,
in Japan, you know.
That was hard. I love that. That's so sick. Hey, what's going on, Steak Tosh? We got people rolling in chat now. What's going on, people over there on TikTok? I know y'all watching this, man. We were with the legendary Brandon Turner. You guys need to go follow his Twitch. If you have it, is B Turner the Sand. I don't know if he's going to start doing live or whatever, but he does now have a Twitch. And just go check out everything he's doing. And Westside Recovery, if you need to look into it, is in San Diego. You know what, Brandon? This is what I'm going to ask you. This is like how we kind of wrap up the show. I got to ask, brother, your Mount Rushmore of skateboarding, who are your 4 top dudes all time? Let's hear it.
Top 4
all time.
It's gonna have to be Kareem Campbell, Tom Penny, Peter Smolik, of course.
It's all good.
4.
Yeah. See, I know what you're thinking.
And ooh, it's a hard one.
What you got?
I'm just gonna have to say, yeah, I gotta say Ume.
Let's make some noise for that, man. That is a really good lineup, man. That's so fire. And now I want to ask you, what was your favorite X Games moment, if you have one, all time? Something you can remember from X Games.
What do you mean? It's Lucky LASIK had a line.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you do? What was it? It was the one when you did like the fakey 5-0 fakey flip.
Oh, you talking about
something like?
Oh, you talking about Bob Burnquist did the fakey 5-0 fakey flip?
No, Bob Burnquist. My bad.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Bob Burnquist, fakey 5-0 fakey flip. I was getting mixed up because Lucky LASIK did a line that was super dope, but that and then the 900, of course.
Woo! Okay.
900. I mean, that was history, man. And he's like, you know.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll put that on screen. That's the second time somebody actually gave us this moment, so I'm actually going to have to put that up because it's just too beautiful. Wow. Look at that, Bob bro. Burnquist. Look at that, bro. San Francisco got the heat, man. We got the 900 and this 5-0. Like, y'all used to come to the Bay Area. They used to come. Dang, bro, that is crazy.
Yeah, that's like, you know, yeah, that was, you know what I mean?
That's ballistic, bro. That is ballistic.
And I don't remember which one as far as the line. Yeah, Bucky had
a line. So what I do here is when I wrap up the show, I do a freestyle. It's called 1,000,000 bars. All right, I got a beat.
Oh.
You could either join me if you want, or you could listen in. But I'm gonna go crazy. It's just what I do. My producer.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna and people put the words in chat, and I start going off. So I'm about to download the beat right now, And I'm gonna get into it, man. It's just like this is what I do. This is how I rap it every week. Hold on 1 second. I'm pulling open this beat right now. Chat, can y'all hear it? Let me know when y'all can hear it, chat. Shout out to Brandon Turner, man. Legend upon legend.
Yeah.
XGames, you hear the beat?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm with the legend B Turner. He reppin' SD. Yeah, he the man. Moved out to Japan with the Hongos. Giving the beats to the streets like bongos. Switch push with Mongo. Shout out to the Mafia. I'm throwing up the S. It's G Code, baby. X game. I'm the best. Dancing penguins in the chat. What is that? Skate Mafia, ayy, I would get the tat, cause I could. Shout out West, he the best when he skated. Yes, on West, he was the Zodiac, he made it. Switch tray faded, glasses on his face. It's Beat Turner, baby, switch hard flip any place. Yes, at any spot, never go berserk. And you know he landing boats when he do it on Wallenberg. He was almost 40, he'll take your shorty. He top notch with it, he will not forget it, ayy. If you need help in trying to find a path to discovery, go ahead and look up Westside Recovery. Get your, he on the ad-libs while I'm really spitting. Something in my mic and it's hitting. It's okay, cause I'ma get it. Shout out to the tackle, shout out A-Sick. I'm still going up and it's never basic. The speed is too good. Yeah, it blow my mind, steak Taj, and you know how I do these rhyme. Hand down, I'm making jokes, I'm never gonna be a clown. Shout out everybody in the chat getting round. Yeah, I do my rounds when I spit and none of it is written. I just be doing this oh so rhythmic. Shout out to Tom Penny, that's the goddamn GOAT. He's the best ever. Man, he put on the show on a mini ramp or just up in the streets. Got the pants with the swag, he always brought the heat. Hey, I can't do my dance. He said, do an alien dance, man. I don't even know, man. The beat ended. That was 1,000,000 bars. Shout out to everybody that was in chat. Shout out everybody that came through. And Brandon, before I go, I want to say thank you for being legendary. I appreciate your time. Everything you've done, I've watched.
Appreciate you.
I've tried to watch. I've tried to make sure I go look back and get a piece of that history and understand the style and appreciate it. And I just being one of those real life heroes in this thing and still loving it to this day is something I've been connected with. You know, Phelps brought me up. That was my mentor, and people that love skateboarding that understand it. It's very few of us. A lot of people want something from it and want to gain financial and not actually appreciate the thing that has taken us through life to feel like champions. And you're one of those people that I can look at and know that to this day, pushing is your breath. And I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate you. The bars at the end was amazing. I love it. Love your originality. I love your realness, your comedy, just the realness, and everything, creativity. I appreciate the call and having me.
Thank you, family. I appreciate you coming through. Grinding Unwind. Brandon Turner, Kerry Rogers. If you're safe, stay that way. Or if you have to stay dangerous, do that too. Peace out.